do you stop binge eating? Stopping binge eating. A lot of times, guys, when binge eating becomes an issue, it's not the actual food itself or actually being hungry. It's driven by emotion, and it's driven by something else other than food. And sometimes food is just used to cope and distract you and replace what you're worried about or stressed about or scared about. So it's a lot of times, and this is a generalization, but I think binging can be dealt with being honest with yourself and trying to, you know, assess and reflect on yourself. Now, why am I doing this? Is it because I am actually hungry, or am I trying to cope with stress or cope with something else in my life that is worrying me or bothering me? Asking yourself those questions can help. And if it's severe, then you should seek help from a medical professional. Do you prefer to have a single cheat meal or a whole cheat day? Cheat days are not good for you. Have a cheat meal. What are your thoughts on the keto diet? Keto diet, it's cutting out carbs, I believe is what it is. And if it helps you get into a caloric deficit, then, and your goal is to lose weight, is to lose fat, then I think it's great if it works for you. But just understand that what you're doing is cutting calories in a roundabout way. That's what you're doing, and that's what any diet does. Like Jenny Craig diet, Atkins diet, paleo diet, and like all of these diets are just designed to have you eat less than you burn without you realizing, and you need to understand the law of calories in, calories out. That's what it does. Do you do online coaching? Yes, that's a great question. I do. I haven't advertised it at all, so this provides a perfect opportunity to do that. I do some online coaching, and if that's something you would be interested in, please go ahead and email me right here. I love creating content for you guys on YouTube and showing my workouts and nutrition tips and everything, but a lot of the information I share is general. And one thing I say on YouTube will be great for one person, but not so great for another person. So I have really enjoyed getting that one-on-one experience with people and being able to say, okay, this is what works for you, and let's figure out what works for you. So if you're looking for something more, please go ahead and shoot me an email, and we can see what we can do for you. Where did you get that shirt?
Okay, on a serious note, if you do have any questions.
This shirt, I got it from Banana Republic.
Can you please answer for my boyfriend on why you should do cardio, even if you're trying to like be big?
Having a big physique, or you know, looking huge or jacked and ripped, the body is an illusion. You can lose 25 pounds but miraculously look like you gained a ton of muscle and weigh even more. And it's because you're shedding fat and you're revealing the muscle. So I think doing cardio is essential for maintaining a healthy body fat level, which can in turn make you look bigger. Because you can see a picture of the same guy side to side. One of them he's 200 pounds, one of them he's 170 pounds, but he can look so freaking huge in the 170 pound picture.
If you could give a suggestion on someone who's recovering from an eating disorder and works out a lot, how to speed their metabolism.
How to speed up your metabolism if you're recovering from an eating disorder, I would assume it's maybe anorexia, it could be bulimia, I'm not sure. What I would do, guys, that's so complicated because like I said, I'm not sure if I answered it yet. I answered a question yesterday about eating disorder, specifically bulimia. The eating disorder is not driven by food itself, it's often driven by something else, and food is used as a coping mechanism. So anything eating disorder related, I don't feel comfortable really answering those questions. At this point, I would honestly talk to someone who is a medical professional, someone who's been certified and gone to school to deal with situations like that.
Ryan, how many times do you do cardio a week? Just wondering. Get out of here. Get out of here. But yeah, how much do you do?
That was funny. It honestly depends. I know my body so well at this point in my lifting career that I do it when I feel that I need it. But I would say anywhere from 1 to 3 times a week. And those sessions can last anywhere from 10 minutes to a half an hour. How do you know whether to bulk or cut? Like if you are skinny fat and you want to look muscular. Okay. If you are skinny fat, I would definitely say, I would lean towards bulking, but not even bulking necessarily. It's a changing in body composition. If you're skinny fat, you may not necessarily even want to weigh any different. You just want to lower your body fat and increase your muscle mass, which could potentially keep you at the same weight, but you will be looking skinnier because a pound of muscle is much smaller than a pound of fat. I'll go into that in further detail in another video. But if you're skinny fat, I would definitely say eat at your maintenance calories to neither gain weight nor lose weight, but go really hard in the gym and incorporate some cardio if necessary. Guys, it's all about, skinny fat is often driven by eating the wrong foods, oftentimes. So I would say focus on your diet and training really hard. When I say focus on your diet, I mean eating clean foods 70 to 80% of your time. If you're ambitious, tracking your calories like I've talked about, stuff like that. What are your thoughts on CrossFit? Have you done it? I think CrossFit is awesome. I have done a class before. One of my old coworkers coerced me into going to one of the classes, and I'm glad she did. I know CrossFit gets a lot of flack, and I've poked fun at it before, but I actually think it's a pretty awesome thing, and I think it's fun. How has your mental state improved since you started to seriously lift? I would say I've gained confidence, not from so much the way I've seen my physique change, but the fact that I wasn't happy with the way I looked, and I set a goal for myself to change the way I looked, to get bigger, to get leaner, to get stronger. And the fact that I've been able to achieve that has shown me that I can achieve things that I set my mind to, whether it's in the gym or outside the gym. So I would say that's how it's improved my mental state. Lifting affects all aspects of life, guys, not just, you know, like your physique, yes, on the surface, that's what changes, but it's your mind that changes the most. What's it like being one of the only educated people in the fitness industry? Accounting blows. I am not one of the only educated people in the fitness industry. There's tons of people that are very educated. What are your goals when it comes to social media and your YouTube channel? Grow everything.
Hey Brian, just wondering if you did your video edits on your own when you started, or did somebody do them for you?
Did them all on my own, everything. I had all my videos. How do you manage your time, especially since you have an actual accounting job, which I assume is exhausting and time consuming? So my job, I spend primarily at a desk during the day, so it's not exhausting. Maybe some days it's mentally exhausting, but I know just from lifting through the years that no matter how tired I am mentally, when I get off of work, physically, I can still perform in the gym. So it's just a matter of getting myself to the gym. Guys, getting yourself to the gym is honestly 90% of the work. Once you're there, you're there. And it's like, I might as well work out because I'm here. Would you ever try keto? Hell no. Thoughts on carb cycling? I think it works, especially if you're doing a competition. Here's a question. Why did you block me on Instagram randomly? Late to the Q&A. No, you're not. Who are some YouTubers that you looked up to and inspired you to make your YouTube? I would say Scott Herman, for sure, from the Northeast. He's from the area I'm from. And I would say Steve Cook is definitely an inspiration. The Athlean X, if you guys have seen Athlean X, I really like him and his content. I would say those people. Would I do a 10,000 calorie challenge video? It would be disgustingly easy for me to eat 10,000 calories because I can practically do that any freaking day. But if it came down to it, I would do a 10,000 calorie challenge. Mark my words, I can do the 20,000 calorie challenge with ease. With ease. I said it. Top 3 supplements that you like. Whey protein, multivitamin, and since I've been taking BCAAs, I notice a big difference in my workouts. I put out a supplement video about BCAAs saying I'm not sure how I feel about them. I've noticed a difference, for sure. I can go longer in my workouts, so I would say BCAAs is number 3. How often do you go over your macros and have an effort day? I go over my macros a lot, to be honest, probably like half the days. But you wanna know what? Okay, I've been trying to consume 3,000 to 3,500 calories over the last like month. But if it gets to the end of the day and that's my calorie goal and I'm still freaking starving and I have no reason to be going on a cut, I'm going to feed my body, I'm gonna feed my muscle because you're hungry for a reason. If you've eaten well, you've drank your water throughout the day and you're still freaking hungry, and you're not actively trying to cut calories or lose fat, eat food and blow through the calories that you've set for yourself. What are the signs of going too low on your macros calories, and how can you pinpoint your new macro goals when you don't see progress? That's a great question. And this ties to the last question. If you are fatigued throughout the day, if you are tired and you are constantly thinking about food and how hungry you are, and it's affecting your mood and you can't focus on things, I would say you're trying to eat too little and you need to up your calories. What's your advice for beginners in the gym that struggle with mind and muscle connection? Lighten up the weight and focus on nothing but the movement. Don't think about what you're doing after the gym. Don't think about what you did before the gym. Don't think about who you're with, who's texting you, who's on Instagram, who's on Twitter, nothing. When you're performing the set, focus on the contraction and adjust until you can find it. How do you manage full-time work and social media, including YouTube? How do you schedule it all into your day and still work out? Bust your ass. What are your thoughts on overtraining? I think people that think they're overtraining are honestly just babies most of the time. It's really freaking hard to overtrain. You do a vlog on how to start calculating your macros. I will link it in the bio, I already have one. Are you coming to Australia for the Arnold next week? Unfortunately not, I wish I was. Let's say you have 3 months to diet and shed as much weight as possible. Cardio every day, what's the best way to do it? I wouldn't necessarily say cardio every day, but it's striking a perfect balance between having a caloric deficit, training hard in the gym. I would still prioritize your weight training over cardio, but I would say focus on being in a caloric deficit, eating clean, training hard, and then introducing cardio. I would start at maybe 3 times a week and then increase it if necessary.